Hello, crypto YouTube, crypto family. This is Crypto Farang, pre-recorded from Thailand. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to the channel. While you're at it, hop on over to Twitter and follow me at Crypto Farang. And as always, I am not a cryptocurrency expert, a blockchain specialist, or a financial advisor. I'm just another digital asset maniac making YouTube content. So as always, invest at your own risk. So we're on lockdown day number 2, and I can already feel that my mind is starting to play tricks on me. That's what happens if I isolate too much. That's why it's so important for me to meet with my expat group regularly. We meet every morning, and I have had to make an adjustment. And I've been watching some of the news from back home, and there are widespread restrictions on travel and just even leaving your home, especially in states like California, where the increase in infections has jumped quite dramatically in recent days. So I have decided to self-isolate just as a preventative measure because I work from home and there's no reason for me not to do that. However, so this is, I look at this as an inconvenience. Some people are taking it harder than I am currently. That, of course, could change. But like I said, because I do have a daily routine of interacting with people, and this has changed my ability to do that, I have looked for other opportunities to connect with people, and in this context, I'm doing it virtually. So I have found a group. We meet every morning, 8 a.m., 7 days a week, my time here in Thailand. That's Indochina time. And so I encourage you, whoever you are, if you are having a difficult time navigating this experience of being cooped up, there are a few things that I suggest that I am currently doing. Number one is I have sought out a group of people that I can connect with virtually on a daily basis through a Zoom meeting. And so for my particular situation, it is a 12-step online group. And there are many 12-step online groups for many different isms. And so I would assume that there are probably going to be growing numbers of online resources in the days and weeks ahead, assuming that this thing doesn't get contained immediately. It would be my assumption that we're going to see more online resources. So number one, I encourage you to do whatever you have to do to stay connected. Number two, do whatever you have to do to stay in good mental and physical health. So obviously, try not to smoke, try not to drink alcohol, try to stay away from sugary foods, fatty foods, things like this, and get regular exercise. So for me personally, I am able to do push-ups and pull-ups in my immediate area here, immediately adjacent to my room here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. So, and I'm getting good quality food on a daily basis. I stocked up on some fruits and vegetables. I froze some of the vegetables so that I can make smoothies every day. And I'm good for the next 3 weeks or so without even having to leave the room. That's my goal, is I don't want to have to leave until we can see if Thailand is going to get this thing contained in the short term. And there have been an increase in new infections in the last 48 hours. So I'm not freaking out. I'm just being overly cautious, and I'm being very careful. So I encourage you to do whatever you need to do to stay physically, mentally healthy, sane. Do whatever you got to do. Stay connected with people, even if it means doing it virtually. So let's hop over to the market, and at exactly 12:30 p.m. on Sunday here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, Bitcoin trading at 63.42 US dollars, XRP 16 cents, VeChain 0.0028. So the market is largely in green, and as you can see, the market is continuing to trade on the weekend. Why? Because the cryptocurrency market doesn't shut down at 5 p.m. Eastern time on a Friday and then reopen at 9 a.m. on Monday. The crypto market stays open 24/7. And that's one of the very exciting prospects for me as a cryptocurrency investor, as an early adopter. That is one of the very exciting prospects for me in terms of my long-term vision for this thing. We are potentially going to go places that the traditional financial markets have never been able to go before. This thing is open 24/7. It's global. It's just insane to think about the potential, which brings me to the topic for today's video. And from Bitcoin.com, which favors Bitcoin Cash specifically more over Bitcoin. And this is titled, Can't Lock Down Bitcoin. Trump ponders halting stock trading, grounding U.S. passenger flights. Okay, so I just want to jump to this part. And I agree. You can't stop Bitcoin. It's decentralized. There is nothing that the U.S. government could, in my opinion, do to stop Bitcoin. Sure, there could be some far-reaching regulations that could slow its expansion and its mainstream adoption, but I just don't see there's any stopping Bitcoin at this point and the larger cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin network commands 99.9% uptime since 2009. One thing that President Trump cannot do, however, is stop the censorship-resistant cryptocurrency networks fueled by millions of peers. Unlike Wall Street trades, no one can stop people from transacting on the BTC network, which has been operational for almost 100% of the time since its inception. Trump can't create a Bitcoin holiday and make it so people will stop trading Bitcoins and other digital assets. Moreover, there are 5,000 plus cryptocurrency protocols in the world today that will simply continue operating no matter how hard the president or any bureaucrats try to stop them. And my research on XRP has led me to believe that it's the same thing with XRP, even though, yes, Ripple might hold nearly half of all the XRP in supply. Keep in mind that 1 billion XRP are released every month from escrow, so Ripple has little control over that side of it. But in terms of the other half of the XRP that's in circulation, there's no stopping the decentralization of the XRP network, similarly to the Bitcoin network. And so I wanted to reflect a little bit on the potential for shutting down the traditional markets. Right now we are trading on an upward slope for the last couple days after our initial spike back over 6K a few days ago. We are slowly starting to climb back up into positive price in the positive price zone. Sorry, having some difficulty talking today. And so there's been a lot of discussion about when the markets open on Monday, are the crypto markets going to crash again? A lot of people think that that certainly could happen. And so it's interesting to think about as we are in uncharted waters, as we are in a scenario that we could not have anticipated. We've got this global pandemic. We've got the traditional markets are getting hit big time. If markets are halted in the short term, traditional markets, how is this going to impact the Bitcoin market, the cryptocurrency market? It's open 24/7. It's global. We are trying to subscribe to that narrative that this is an uncorrelated asset class. Could all the stars be lining up for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to take the main stage and start shining in a similar vein that it was originally intended for? Could things all be in alignment for this to happen? Wow, it's just crazy to think about. So I wanted to make a video today here in Thailand before either the stock market back in the States open or they don't. I wanted to make a video and just reflect a little bit, especially since the halving is only a couple weeks away, which historically has always boded well for the Bitcoin price and the overall cryptocurrency market price. So you've got all these factors, traditional markets potentially being restricted. This thing is global. The halving is coming up. Wow. What if we see some insane price movements with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in the next couple weeks? I'm just fired up. Yeah, I'm at home. Yeah, it's just me and my dog and my kids on my app. But you know what? I'm just fired up about this potential. The potential. I'm no less fired up about the potential for digital assets than I was before. This is all very exciting. As always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. And as a reminder, please treat others the way that you'd like to be treated. And remember, crypto hindsight is always 20/20. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.